7:30 in the morning, right? That should leave me some time to learn just a bit more. Emma's file mentioned a lot of test subjects, so let's see if there's another one. Good thing these aren't too hard to find. Alright, let's see what we have here. File 14M-RFT02. Fiora Pellerin. Female, age 24, around 5'2", and weighs 106 pounds. She's Italian and a fencer. Well, my ass would have been whipped in around 10 seconds. Then again, I think my ass would have been whipped in around 10 seconds by any other test subject, so I don't have room to talk. Note, she often survives to the end by the virtue of her physical ability and situational awareness. Ah, the never surrender type. Considering she's strong as hell, she's smart as hell, I think she can get away with this one. She's an outstanding fencing player. Her family influenced her straight posture and the pride. Her father was so narrow-minded that he thought women were for pouring afternoon teas. She started fencing as a rebellion against her father and her desire to be recognized by him. She was also good at math at school. Aha! The father's a misogynist and a sexist! You go, Fiora! Beat his ass! You do... Excuse me. I got a little carried away there. Anyway, she wishes to protect anyone weaker than her, but wishes to be recognized by anyone who is stronger than her. Okay, so she sounds like Goku. Got it. She's very smart, strong, and reliable. She's quick to figure out her situation and asks, what do I have to do? She can clearly distinguish between what she wants to do and what she has to do. You can say Fiora has good self-discipline. She is one of the least difficult subjects to control, but there's one point of concern. A researcher praised her with a quip like, poor girl, and Fiora's attitude changed for the worse. Be mindful not to comment on her being female. Like stated, she is very smart and strong. She's even friendly to the researchers. You don't want to make her an enemy. Alright, noted. Don't piss her off. As for why, I think you know why. She's Italian and a fencer. Well, my ass would have been whipped in around 10 seconds. But I wonder if the argument between Fiora and Magnus and Emma's file has to do anything with the, hey, you do something good as a female sort of thing. That could be probable. Also, she seems like the strong protector type of person. Well, you have her behavior patterns. As stalkerish as they may be, they might tell us something. Her actions are always within predictable bounds. Her voice is flat and she always has a straight back. Can't you see how stubborn and rigid she is? Fiora hates fighting against an unprepared opponent. Catching an enemy off guard is key to survival, but I guess she didn't like that. Perhaps because of that, we have observed her allying with the others with frequency. That's why she didn't get along with 16M-RFT23. Apparently that's Shoichi, and 14M-RFT06. That's Roselio. They wanted to win no matter what. I don't think I quite know you. Anyway, due to her demeanor, Fiora did not survive often. There's no flexibility in being stubborn, so she never did anything that took anyone by surprise. So Fiora is also honorable. Okay, that's nice and all, but considering that she dies a lot because of it, I don't think it helps, but rules come first, right? In one word, she's stronger to the strong and weaker to the weak. She never wants to lose to the typical strongmen like Roselio or Magnus. She goes too far sometimes, but she showed mercy to people like Barbara and 14M-RFT07 Jenny, the ones who Fiora thinks is weaker than her. She may look like an ideal person, but it's not sure. She judges people by their strength and shows mercy to the weak. She divides people into categories and acts kind to the weak. She gets a kick out of it. There's an opinion that Fiora is not any different than the people she hates, the men who think they should protect women who are labeled as weak. Maybe it's not judging people by their strength that she hates, but being judged as a lesser person. But that's just an ideal thought. Okay, that was a plot twist and a half, so she's the very thing that she hates. Protecting someone just because you view them as weak. Maybe you should stop categorizing people, Fiora. Just a suggestion. But alright, that's enough. I don't think you're a bad person unless these likes and dislikes say so, let's dig a little deeper. Fiora is always neatly put. She makes sure her clothes are perfectly fit as well as everyone else's. We often see her arranging supplies, and it's not sure if she's either tidy or obsessive compulsive. I mean, what can I say? She likes things clean and her way. Can I really blame her? Fiora was observed to snip a rose from flower beds maintained by 14M-RFT05, William. Fiora touched no other flowers, so it seems she likes roses in particular. But just because she likes flowers does not mean she likes pretty feminine things. In fact, it seems to be the opposite. Fiora hands everything fancy or decorated to 15M-RFT17, that's Leon or Jenny. We've been told that her family was rather patriarchal. We assume that Fiora rejects feminine things because she was forced to act like a girl. I mean, anyone is allowed to like flowers, but F me, I guess. And she's also a traditional type while having her own views. Okay, she's more complicated than I thought. She hates being ignored, extremely so. She wants to be acknowledged for her fencing skills along with everything else. You know, there's a really easy joke I can make.
Acknowledge me!
And I mean, really easy. But okay, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Moving on. But is anybody perfect? She's no exception, and there had to be something that she is not good at. Fiora is rubbish at cooking, sewing, and things of that nature. But if anyone were to tease her about it, she would try her best to be the best at it. Fencing seems to be an example of such a case. When we see her trying hard to be the best, it points to the phrase, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." That's funnily adorable. She may not be good at being the quote-unquote housewife, but she tries her best. You gotta respect that. And now we have the weakness/trauma section. Let me guess, the father? Yep. Fiora didn't get along with her father. Father was rich and patriarchal. It appears that she argued a lot with her father as she grew up. In one of her interviews, Fiora said that she started fencing as a rebellion against her father, all the while she wanted to be accepted by her father for it. Her father was a big obstacle to overcome in order for her to become a person by herself. It seems that her father wanted his daughter to be happy, in his own way. So, Fiora was aiming for her father's approval, but I don't think that would have been possible. Didn't her father think that women were just housewives or maids? But wait, I'm missing something. Old folks often maintain that women can only be happy as mothers and wives. They're stuck in their ways. It's been told that Fiora's father perished to illness without accepting her as she is. Since she was never acknowledged by her father, she projects her desire for acceptance to people who ignore her. And there it is! Well, you can't really gain someone's approval if that someone is dead. And even if some off chance Fiora could get her father's approval, would have been impossible at the start. As I expected, things just got darker. For that, she lashes out against people who think little of her or resembles her father in personality. But even if Fiora is recognized by other people for her strength, she would never fulfill her desire. Father is already dead. Fiora will never come to terms with it. There's only one word to describe what I just read. Ow. Just ow. But I think I get it. She wants to fill the void of getting another person's approval for relief of the one that she can't have. Her father's. And, Our acquaintance interview is from Dr. O. Don't think I've met a Dr. O, nor know what the O means. Orlando, maybe? He did work years ago, but whatever her name is, what do you know? She came here every day, not just to take care of her father, but it seems like she wanted to hear something from him. But her father never said anything. Merely watching their silent standoff exhausted me. She was quite something, but her father was on another level. Right up until he died, he rejected any life-extending procedures and he never showed any signs of weakness. She either did not show any signs of weakness when her father passed away. She continued her match even when she heard her father passed away and eventually won the trophy. You could say the daughter is exactly like her father. Oh yeah, her last expression I saw was that of anger rather than sorrow. What was she so angry about? Well, based on what we know, the only thing I can guess would be Fiora no longer having the opportunity of getting her father's approval. maybe it was just too little too late. Either way, I just feel bad. There's a lot of layers to Fiora. Even reading all of this, she still seems mysterious, calm, collected, and strong, but yet flawed. Sometimes these flaws sort of screw her over, especially with her obsession of approval. And with who Fiora is, I don't think she ever needed it. She wants to be seen as great. And I already think she is. I think she knows she's great. But I think she just wants to hear it. And here's the sad truth. This is always going to hurt you in the end, as getting everyone to say one thing is impossible. And I just don't know how she's going to live that way. If you can somehow hear me, Fiora, you're one hell of a person. And you do not need anyone else to say that. That felt good to get out of my chest. Anyway, what time is it? 7. Crap! People are coming. I gotta get out of here. Quick!
Oh, Intern Anthony. You seem to be here early. Where did you come from?
Oh, the bathroom. My stomach didn't feel too good and I wanted to come early because I wanted to help out whatever I could, but seems I was on the sidelines a bit.
Right. Anyway, have you seen the experiment that happened yesterday? Seems like Fiora won this time, oddly enough. Really took me by surprise as I thought she was rather predictable, and I guess she proved me wrong.
And that was the end of the Eternal Return file of Fiora. This one was a lot of fun to do, as Fiora is one of the characters that I don't know quite a lot about, and now that I did this video, I think I want to play her, probably. But making these videos are always a lot of fun, and leaving a like, commenting, all that stuff is always going to help me and move on to the next one, as that's a huge motivation booster towards making these videos, as these sort of take a while. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jibba jabba, my kings, my queens, and my royals, and I see you soon. I wonder what character I'm gonna do next. Well, you just gotta stick around now, don't ya?
Lord knows I try.